This episode is brought to you by Buy My Stuff on eBay. Yes, you too can buy my stuff from eBay. Simply search for the seller, Tin Dog Podcast, and you can own some rare and collectible items. From the same people who brought you Buy My Books on Amazon. Check the show notes for a direct link.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog Podcast. This time I'm talking about the Fugitive Doctor Dead or Alive, released July 2025. It's box set number 2 of the Fugitive Doctor's time, and it'll be available from the 30th of September 2025 to buy a general sale. Of course, a lot of people will be buying this now. Order this now if you want to take it to Hooverville and get it signed. I think there's about 1,000 copies available in physical form. So order these now, take them along, get them signed by Joe Martin. You'll be a happy person, she'll be a happy person, everyone will be happy. That's all you really need to know. No, it's not. What you want is an actual, heartfelt and well thought out review. Well, I'll do my best. You've got 3 stories in this. You've got Flying Solo, The Junkyard Loop and Hereafter. And they're all very different. We don't really know where we stand with this Doctor. It's because of the baggage we're bringing to the party. We'd like to know why they lost their memory, but as we know from various interviews, it was never truly sorted by the showrunner at the time. There's nothing in the Bible, it was just left there. And of course, being Big Finish, they're not going to mess with something that might affect the big TV series. So they're not allowed to deal with the one mystery that keeps bringing us back to this Doctor. Who are the Division? I'm sure we'll be hinting at more of that. So what they've had to do is introduce more new mystery. Which is fine, but we were here for the continuation. And we know who the Doctor is, because the Doctor is the Doctor. But this Doctor has already lost big chunks of their memory, so who were they beforehand? They were the timeless child, we're assuming. And all of these things keep bugging me while I'm listening, going, well, we need to sort all that out. But of course we don't. What we need is more cracking stories with Joe Martin, which is what these are. It's just those tiny little niggles in the back of my head. And they're things I need to let go. Because we're not going to find out. I know we're not going to find out, and it's not important. Yes, Cosmogon. There is a character called Cosmogon. If you're not aware of that, that's fine. It's not the greatest of names, and it is something that makes you go, is that a placeholder? Oh no, we've gone with it. And we've kept it. I suppose it's like Grabthar's hammer. It's something that was there, and they couldn't come up with anything better, so they've just kept it. It's a very odd name. And doesn't feel finished. But the rest of it's great. Sorry, I'm being niggly, and this is never a good sign. Because I did enjoy the individual stories. Story number 1, Flying Solo. Here's the synopsis. Pilot Officer Mohinder Johal is an RAF pilot on a sortie during World War II. Following a close encounter with a flying blue telephone box, his Spitfire vanishes. The Doctor, whose TARDIS is out of control following a blast from a time disruptor, should be keeping a low profile, but Mohinder is lost in time and space. She has to help bring him home. Now, remember when Doctor Who used to educate and inform and entertain? This ticks all of those boxes because you're presented with a bit of a history lesson about India. And it's not something that's taught, especially in UK schools, very much, unless you've picked it up elsewhere. via the History Channel or by actually studying history. It's not something on the national curriculum. We don't deal with the expansion of the empire that much until you hit sort of A level. Because let's face it, a lot of it's a bit grubby. And the East India Trading Company and Alexander the Great and things like that, and the attacks on India, and the way that we behaved appallingly throughout history is now being dealt with a lot more in narrative. And that's a positive thing, because history is what it is. We just need to look at it and see it, because if we don't know it, then that's really quite scary. So there was stuff being discussed here that I was unaware of. And of course, it's all in a Doctor Who context. You've got narrative going on, you've got exciting stories, you've got stuff about changing history going on. It all works really well. It has that feel of the first Doctor's time, but it also has a feel of a modern Doctor Who story, which is something that they're really trying to craft to give Joe Martin's Doctor some actual quality time with us. Story number 2, the Junkyard Loop. Now this one introduces little things like a sonic screwdriver, which belongs to somebody else, but I'm getting ahead of myself. The Doctor, pursued, as ever by Cosmogon, crash lands the TARDIS on an off-grid junk planet littered with the remains of time machines from 1,000 civilisations. After being saved from the indigenous Time-Frost Parasites by Sodalis, which does sound like Said Alice, an old companion, long-marooned, the Doctor must come up with a plan to save them both. But a sinister division commander has tracked our heroes. Not even Cosmogon can stand between him and his desire to unlock the Doctor's memory and obtain secrets within. This is what I was talking about. Extra secrets that the division are now dealing with. But of course the Doctor's now dumped all of their memories. Have they dumped all of the Timeless Child memories? Or have they dumped all of the current Doctor memories in order to protect themselves from division? We may never find out, and that's more of an annoyance than anything else. It's a great story. There's some beautiful performances going on. They really are. And you do feel that sense of desperation oozing out through the stories. Hereafter by Tim Foley. Cosmo, who's now been shrunk to Cosmo, has finally captured the Doctor, but they're stranded together on a planet thanks to an unusual psychic force field grounding the ships. Tracing its source, they find a settlement that's preparing for a festival to honour their queen in the mountain. When Cosmo is captured, the Doctor must decide whether to help her captor, especially now she's discovered, thanks to the local woman Herma, that the queen and her minions are vampires. Yes, it's vampire time in Doctor Who. Hooray! This feels very much like your classic Doctor Who vampire story, which Big Finish have done a few of. And it works really well. The build-up, the Gallifreyan background is nice, the dark times being mentioned, everything fitting together really, really slickly and beautifully. I'm loving the Joe Martin Doctor. I really am. I wish that Joe Martin's Doctor was the next one on TV and we could have sorted everything out and had a Doctor that we could all agree would be brilliant and everything would be fine. But we're not going to get that. What we've got is this. And this is a pretty good second choice. I did enjoy this. I did enjoy set 1 more, but I suspect that's more to do with possibly the mood I was in, because this is definitely laying the groundwork for something bigger and something much more grand. And that is something I can't wait for. So here's the trailer and decide for yourself as always. Until next time, be seeing you.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Fugitive Doctor, Dead or Alive.
I am the Doctor.
I am invoking the Blue Box Protocol, over!
I'm a traveller through time and space.
It's not an ordinary cloud, it's glowing.
And I'm gonna get you home.
Hello? Is that Pilot Officer Mohinder Singh Johal?
Where am I? When am I?
I wanted an adventure. I wanted to fly.
It means that he could be anywhere in time and space, in a plane full of TARDIS energy.
What is this? This voice from beyond? Are you some kind of oracle of the gods?
You abandoned me!
Can't be. Sodalis?
You're saying you've finally come to rescue me?
consider this the end of the line. They will never stop coming for us.
Kill them!
This is a time traveler's graveyard.
Division knows everything.
Congratulations! This time you're gonna kill us both!
Division is the law!
I've been feeling it for a while now. A foreboding, a psychic deterrent. Tangled in our web. Like a strangeness, a darkness.
There is an emptiness inside you.
Something ancient is stirring.
Surely you have no wish to run forever.
Time's up, Doctor.
Big Finish, for the love of stories. That was the Tin Dog Podcast. All topics discussed are the intellectual property of the copyright owners. No infringement is intended. Why not follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. If you've enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.